Loves a great deal, especially when it comes to travel. And the time between the start of the school year and Thanksgiving is a great time to get some travel deals. So Mark Murphy is here. He's a travel expert. So Mark, can you tell us, obviously everyone loves a great deal, so what are some of the deals you're loving right now?
Mexico, fantastic deal in Mexico right now, 20-to-1 peso to the dollar, off-season, unfair negative news coverage, which isn't accurate, has depressed demand even further. So companies like Apple Vacations can package up a 5-star resort like Secrets for couples, for romance, and you can take advantage of that. And they sell that through travel agents, so we'll give you unbiased advice, so matching you with the right resort at the right price point with the right connections, transfers, you name it.
There's been a lot of news about Mexico and whether or not it's safe to go there. So should people be worried?
Well, all you have to do is talk to travel agents who sell 10 million people a year to the state of Quintana Roo, which is that Cancun, Riviera Maya, Cozumel, Isla Mujeres area. Talk to people like me who were just there last week and who are going back on Saturday. And what you're going to find, and check the State Department website, and you're going to find that the people who go there know what it's like. It's totally fine and safe. The State Department says it's safe for American travelers to go to the tourist areas. And the coverage just in the last 2 weeks completely got it wrong. And in fact, they all had to write corrections, but unfortunately 400 outlets picked up a wrong story and ran with it without doing any fact checking. And I think that's the problem with journalism today in general. One just bleeds off the other, and then they run with it, and then they realize, oh boy, it's wrong. Correction doesn't really help that much after that, but that's why we, get out there and try to tell the story of what's really happening.
And let's look north. I'm Canadian, so I'm a little bit biased. I truly believe it's the most beautiful place in the world, but why is it on your list?
Well, because the U.S. dollar is so strong versus several years ago with the Canadian dollar. And then you've got cosmopolitan cities like Toronto, you've got Montreal and Quebec, two completely unique products up there. You've got Banff for the great outdoors. You've got Whistler. I mean, you've got Lake Louise and Jasper. Been to all these places, and Vancouver is one of my favorite cities in the world. So too many choices right now in Canada. All great values because of the exchange rate and the off-season.
And I keep hearing about river cruises, so why are those a good option?
Well, it's a trend. People who've taken, let's say, a motor coach tour and now are seeing a different part of Europe are discovering the rivers because they get on the ship, they unpack once, and the ship moves with them like a floating hotel. And these are, we're talking 4- and 5-star products. So you get great food, great service, and they'll take you into a town, and let's say Vienna or let's say Regensburg, and they'll do a tour, and that's always going to be included with these river cruises. So it's a package price, your food, some of your drinks, and all of your excursions. And because it's fall and because the demand drops in the fall for travel to Europe, you're going to save a bundle as well, 50, 60% versus the same cruise literally 2 months ago.
So what exactly is home port cruising, and why is it a better value?
Yeah, cruise lines, we're talking about ocean cruises here. They got really smart, and they started putting cruise ships up and down the East Coast and West Coast, in the Gulf, off of New Orleans. So pretty much a huge percentage of the population of the U.S. is within a 3- to 5-hour drive of a cruise ship. Saves you money on airfare, especially if you're traveling with multiple people or a family. Lower stress, you don't have to worry about losing your luggage. And you're on vacation from the moment you pull into the port. So I've done it. It's a great way to travel, and I'd encourage folks to look at that as an option.
Most Americans don't consider train travel in the U.S., so why is that a mistake?
Well, I don't think I think we're so car-centric. They think of driving vacations. When you go to Europe, you do like a Eurail pass, that stuff. We don't think of that in the U.S., but Amtrak has a product called Amtrak Vacations, where you can go to certain places and have a seamless end-to-end experience, and your stress level is so much lower because you're looking at the scenery as opposed to having to keep your eye on the road. You can read, you can watch your iPad, you can just look at the scenery. I think it's a great thing all around. And when it comes to just like peace of mind, there's something called travel insurance that people don't think about until they need it. We got proactive with it as a company. We insure all of our travelers, and we use a company called Allianz Global Assistance because that's what we're in the business of, going to these places. But for the person who's going on 1 or 2 vacations a year, good chances nothing bad's going to happen, but if things do go awry, make sure you got coverage. And it's only pennies compared to what you're paying for the trip. And anybody I know who has it and needs it is sure glad they bought it.
And where can we go for more information about everything you shared?
TravelPulse.com is the largest travel news site out there, so you can go there. You can see our coverage over on MSN.com because they syndicate it. And you can also follow us at Travel Pulse or at Murphy Travels for my own personal following on social media.
Thanks so much for your time, Mark. I think I need to go book a vacation. We'll be right back.
At Humana.